There is a huge geode right here. Not looking good. All right, guys, so we just made it to Vickers, and literally right here on the road cut, just walking out of the car, there's a nice geode. Check that out. It's a little heavy, but we're gonna bust one of these up so you guys can see just how pretty they are, and then we're gonna get to digging. So right behind the bus, they've actually got a wall where you can dig these things out for $25 a bucket. Pretty pumped about that, but that's just crazy. Geodes, geodes, geodes. So let's talk a little bit about the tools you're gonna need here. You won't need much. Honestly, probably just a pickaxe, but for me, I like to have a little bit more tools. So I did bring a large pickaxe, a shovel, and an S-swing or E-swing rock hammer. And then I've got my water and my 2 buckets. So we're gonna fill these up with some nice geodes. Looks like the wall is actually pretty hard by the looks of it, but check this out. People have already busted geodes while they were still in the wall. So you can see just how beautiful these geodes are gonna be. That one would have been a really nice one. Unfortunately, I did bust it, but that's probably gonna be a good area. If you can see geodes, I'm not sure if this is a hollow one. It looks pretty solid, but there is a vug right here. And then here's another one. It's got some calcite in it. So it looks to me like there's some big geodes coming out of here. We're gonna go ahead and get to work. So when I spoke to him on the phone, he did say this area right here is a lot softer, as you can see. I'm not seeing a whole lot on the ground. It's kind of odd. That top soil level, is this a geode or is this a root? That might be a geode right there in the wall. That's a geode. That's a big geode, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get that out. That's crazy. Looks like someone tried, but they couldn't quite get it. I couldn't find my other pickaxe, so I'm gonna use this one. It's a little bit lighter, so I can do it with one hand. Boom. Oh, look at that. That is nuts. Definitely gonna be hollow, but check that out right off the bat. Oh, I'm excited. So this is definitely gonna be an easy day of just pulling out geodes left and right. We've got another one right down here. All right, I'm gonna dig this out a little bit and then we're gonna pull out another geode together. So I'm not sure if this is a geode, but if it is, it's gonna be a big one. I'm not sure what happened here, but you can see crystals. There's some calcite back here, just all over this piece. And on the back, it kind of looks like it might have actually already previously broke, and this might have crystals right in here. Does have a round top. So, not sure, maybe we'll take it back, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more. Maybe I'll take it down to the creek and we'll rinse it off a little bit. So, pretty amazing. It did break a little bit, so you can see it does have some nice botryoidal growth inside there. Pretty awesome. Those that watch our live show know we like our coffee, but that's not why I got you guys back on the camera. Just digging for a second longer. This place is insane. It's only my second time digging geodes in Keokuk, but look at that nice rounded face. Really excited. All right, there's that. Might be another flat bottom. Boom. This one just rolled out though, look at that. Another one of those with a flat bottom. All right, I'm gonna get back to digging. Well guys, Not looking good. Not looking good. So I couldn't find my pickaxe, so I was using the one we got for Kendall. It's a little bit lighter, and she just snapped like a twig. So that was my main digging tool. You can see all these geodes I'm gonna go through a little bit later to see if they're actually hollow. They look a little pancakey, a little flat. We do have these big ones right here that might be worth taking back to split. But for the most part, they're pretty flat. But we do have a bucket over here with some really nice looking geodes. I'm gonna keep digging. Hopefully I don't break my shovel or my little pick. My little pick's doing pretty good, but it does bend a little bit. So we'll get back to digging. There is a huge geode right here, like really big, and it does look rounded. So hopefully when we get this out, this will be a keeper for sure, but I'm gonna have to dig for a while. That swing did the trick, and she is loose. Look at this thing. Holy cow. So again, let me see here. I'm not sure if this is part of it or not. Yeah, it looks like it. Does have a flat bottom, unfortunately. It looked like it didn't, the way it was sitting in there. But maybe when we hose this off, there'll be some crystals on this backside. But if not, we'll split her open. And there should be a vug in there somewhere. But look at the size of that thing. Incredible. Probably weighs 30, 35 pounds. Maybe a little more. One thing really awesome about this place is they actually have property in the creek for a few blocks down the creek. So we're gonna go check that out and hopefully find some geodes just on the surface. Took my boots off. I am gonna leave my socks on in case there's any sharp objects. Ooh, that is cold. All right. He did say the bigger geodes were up on the wall, and I'm sure this gets picked over a lot. All right, guys, so just looking along the creek already, we're finding cool stuff. Check this one out. It is a solid geode, but it does have just a little bit of a vug in the middle with some termination. Super cool. Definitely creek weathered, but still a really awesome find. And then one more rock. I'm guessing it's quartz and jasper. But look at that. So geodes aren't the only thing you're gonna find here if you check the creek out. Super cool. Yeah, they're just water snakes. So I'm about done for the day. I brought this big geode here down to the creek. We're gonna wash it off and see if it's actually worth keeping. I think it's probably collapsed, may not have much to it, but we're gonna check it out together. Let's do this. All right, so we're just gonna lay her in the water. Oh, well, shoot, there she goes. Looks like I'm taking my boots off again. Oh. We did see 3 snakes earlier in the day and a big old bullfrog, so hopefully they're not hungry for some toes. Woo! Look, it's bubbling, so it's definitely got cavities in it. You just never know with these geodes unless you cut them open. It's definitely too big to keep, so we're gonna go ahead and bust it open. I'm not sure if it's gonna be hollow or not, but hey, we should at least try. Maybe there'll be something cool inside and maybe it'll be worth keeping. Guys, so I rinsed it off and I tossed it down just pretty lightly to see if it was gonna actually break open, and it exploded. But there are some really awesome pieces here. I'm gonna show you here in just a second. All right, as you can see, there's pieces everywhere. The coolest ones though, check this out. Nice big cavity down in there with some botryoidal quartz calcite. And it's pretty well a nice specimen grade piece, but look at these beautiful, beautiful barites. That one's actually kind of a barite rose. And this clay orange iron will come out, and I bet this piece will be spectacular. I hate that I had to break it. I thought maybe it'd break open instead of just shatter. I had no idea it was that hollow. But look at that, you guys. So I've been to 2 geode locations in this area. I've been to Jacobs and I've been to Vickers. Now those 2 right there, I would say Vickers has the size for sure. We found some huge ones today, and Jacobs will have the quantity. So depending on what you want, Jacobs, you know, they're going to average about baseball, most likely golf ball size, and even smaller. But here at Vickers, I mean, we found some the size of a basketball and actually larger. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Today, there were some better, softer tailings here at Vickers as well. We were actually digging in almost alluvial, very eroded material. So that's really nice. Jacobs, hard rock the whole time. So it just kind of depends on what your preference is. Definitely going to go back to Jacobs here pretty soon. But guess what? There's going to be a new location opening up here. So we're going to be doing that, maybe shooting a few videos while we're doing it. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow us across the country.